Ever try sketching something simple like a block of cheese or a doorstop and it just looks wrong? It's a perspective problem. Stick to the end and I'll even show you how to draw some holes in your Swiss cheese when we're done. Grab your sketchbook. Come on, let's get to work. In this video, I'm going to show you how to take basic shapes and turn them into 3D forms. A simple trick that I use to make objects look correct in the space they occupy. And while fanning out your lines, you'll have no need for vanishing points. Woo! Gotta love that!
A wedge is nothing more than a triangle that has dimension to it. Let's start off just with drawing the top of this block of cheese. So let's just start off with 2 dots. This is going to represent the 2 outside corners there of the block of cheese. And then we're just going to bring it down to an edge like that. And let's bring that all the way back here. Got my coffee. We'll move to the front here and just drop a straight, drop a vertical there. Now, if you remember, we've discussed like fanning things out and putting things into perspective. Well, let's do that with this block of cheese here. Let's drop another, draw this slightly, another vertical on the back end there. And we'll start right here on the front tip, right there. And instead of making this line parallel, we want to, instead of making it parallel to this one here, let's slightly fan it out, fan it in so that this and this will eventually converge at a common vanishing point, okay? Just do it slightly. It's always good to get in a great habit of always trying to draw things in perspective from a standpoint of fanning things either inward to the same vanishing point or outward, coming out from the same vanishing point. What do you say we add some ovals here to get that Swiss cheese feel? Now watch the shape. Watch the shape of these ovals now. They're going to go in this direction because you're drawing them on the surface of the cheese. And then if you're going to round the corner there, this one's going to be like this. Then the other one's going to be like this. Of course, what makes these things, make these work is that you're going to have to add a little bit of value. So it gets a sense that it's concave. A little darker value on top on these guys there. And I know it's darker on top because I'm looking at my reference. You see that? We're going to move on to our next object now. Look at that nice, lovely doorstop. Whenever I'm drawing something that's square on the ground, I do like to, especially if it has a weird top, if it's unlike a box, I do like to draw the base. Where does it come in contact with the ground first? And then I could build upward with that. So let's do that here. Let's start off right there at that corner. So we're going to put a little dot on our page there. And then go back in that direction. Drawing these, I'm drawing from my elbow so I get a nice straight line. Okay, this one's going to go back in that direction. I'm going to put a dot in the back there to represent that corner. Now this is where we want to fan this out just a little bit. So ultimately, you don't have to make your line this long. I'm just kind of demonstrating that these 2 lines will eventually converge at a vanishing point. So just bring that in ever so slightly. And if you wanted to put a dot there to signify where the back corner of that thing is, you could do that as well. Let's draw the back side. And this also is going to slowly converge with this front side. So just make it subtle. They used to say a long time ago, you want to draw through your object, meaning as if it was glass, you could see through it. And this This helps you see the overall structure. Let's draw straight up here to get the back of this thing. It's about how high I'm going to go. Okay, this also is going to slightly converge, so we want to make that angle like that. All right, so look, it has a little bit of a top. You see that top edge up top there? So let's draw that first. We're just going to come out like this. And you can see that what I've done here is I've drawn my perspective different. My eye level on this is a lot lower than our picture, but that's okay because we want to be inspired by our picture. We don't have to copy it exactly all the time. Okay, now what we do is we just connect the dots. That's the hardest part. Let's get this leather strap in place as well. So I'm going to start my leather strap there, and I think I'm going to end it right there, okay? So all we have to do is just draw the outside shape, of that. You see that? That's what we're going to do. This is interesting. What has happened is actually I've drawn the top of this on mine above my eye level. So this is why I know, because it's going to convert. This also is going to converge to that same vanishing point. But that's different from our picture, because our picture, the doorstop is much lower. And that happens sometimes. So all we're going to do now is just follow that shape. Oh, look at that. I missed my mark. Last thing you can do on this object now is kind of erase these lines in back, per se, if you wanted to. They're confusing you or getting in the way. The structure's down. And we could add a slight tone to the side of our block. I'm going to add some surface lines there. Exciting. If you do have additional questions, please join our Facebook group. It's totally for free. Post your questions in there. You could direct it toward me, or even down here in the comments below, you could ask a question and I will try and answer it my best. My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.